southern suburbs where the big houses of Merino and Hallett Cove cling right down to the cliff top, it doesn't look like there's much of an invitation for the rest of us, lovers of a breath of fresh air and a soothing seascape, to join in. Not so. This is the beginning of the Marion Coastal Walking Trail, and it heads up here. That's where the hills of the Mount Lofty Ranges meet the sea and the cliffs begin. Some really colourful signs to tell us what to look for if we dilly-dally on the rocks below. What's more, a 2006 sculpture to mark the beginning. It's called, appropriately, Contemplation.
Appropriate because it's about real and imagined journeys. Nothing imagined about this though. The sights along here are the genuine items: ocean, cliff and sky. But be warned, you'll have your ups and downs. The trail really is on seaside Adelaide's doorstep between two well-known landmarks. It begins at Kingston Park and meanders 8 kilometres right on the coast to Hallett Cove. Historic Kingston Park. Its caravans and kiosk have been beach holiday favourites for generations. As our walk begins, we linger over a long look back to the apartment towers of Glenelg, on up our suburban sandy beach strip all the way to Semaphore. But we're headed the other way to take in the much more rugged edge of the Gulf to the south. The colourful signs suggest we keep an eye out for windswept native plant life and animals, and what's beneath the waves as well. We're told the dolphin shows, by the way, are on just about every day. Some of these millionaire alley homes cling precariously to the cliff tops, but the pathway and boardwalk somehow slithers in front, twisting and turning with the storm-etched contours of the precipitous drop. Some perfect spots for the pause that refreshes. The walk has strategically placed seats and lookouts. The nicer the day, the longer you look. They're part of the trail's appeal. It's suitable for Sunday strollers, regular walkers, even fanatics.
You're obviously cracking a pace. How far do you go?
I actually do close to 20,000 steps. It's good exercise. Yeah. It's very good.
View's not bad.
And it's a good track. Yeah, it is a good view.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So sort of that takes away the pain.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I left the running to him. If you're like me, you'll want to take in the tangy sea air in more casual gulps. You'll still get a good workout though.
It's mostly cliff top. There are a few pretty steep gullies to cross, thank goodness for the boardwalk, but gee, the views, it's worth it.
A zig takes you in and a zag takes you out to see a new headland to conquer. And there are other rewards too. The views to die for Merino Rocks Cafe, it's right on the trail. What began as a fish and chip shop 40 years ago is now a very welcome distraction.
So, people just discover you?
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. People just go for a walk and then they just see us and then come in, and if they're going for a longer walk, they'll have fish and chips or a meal
and not finish the walk.
Yeah, and then have dessert, and then they'll really need to walk.
Back to tripping along the edge then. And more than once, there are side steps to adventure.
It's all right on the way down, but I'm not sure about going back up.
On this vertical detour to sea level, you can discover the marine scientist within. A little rock hopping uncovers an entire marine world in miniature. Or if rocks are your thing, well, the geology down here is truly amazing.
Even on a nice day like this, you can just get the sense of how strong those waves are. They have knocked off what used to be part of a mountain range here. And all of this is mud laid down in an ancient sea, and it's been tipped vertical by some massive geological rock and roll.
A warning though, when you step down, you have to step up again.
44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. God. Gee. Now I know why they put the seat here.
The trail continues further south, and so do the turns and dips and climbs, and the sense of being down the Flouria grows with the seascapes. The walkway currently ends at Hallett Cove Headland, but who knows, one day it might go beyond those landmark white oil tanks at Port Stanvac. If we win that stretch back, the Onkaparinga calls.
Yeah, there goes the boardwalk over the Waterfall Creek here. You can go about 8 kilometres or so all the way from the beach at Kingston Park, and When you get this far into Hallett Cove Conservation Park, wow, the goodies are extraordinary. It's a National Geological Monument, and that cliff formation is just one of the reasons why. We're going to come back in here. Nevertheless, it's part of it, this secret cliff-hugging holiday at home. You've got to get on it. The Marion Coastal Walk.
Time it right and Mother Nature throws in a glorious sunset for nothing.